Now let's go toss some plastic. And we've made it to Territorial Brewing Company in Springfield, Michigan. This is one that I'm really excited to get going on here, but hole one is absolutely terrifying. It's way too early in the morning for a hole like this, but the T sign says 295 feet, way uphill, kind of a tunnel shot. It has roll away written all over it, just a whole lot of things not going for us to start our round off, but we are gonna full send a soft Valkyrie. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Oh, I thought we were gonna ace that. Oh my goodness, we actually went past the basket. My heart started, like I really thought that we were just gonna walk up and ace hole one. Let's get started. Valkyrie came screaming past the basket, leaving us a 57-foot comeback putt. And as you guys know, the basket's on the top of the hill, so we can't get too aggressive with this one, but hopefully we can start off with a 2. Oh man, I hope that calmed down. Ugh. For the 3. Hole 2, 460 feet. U-disc shows it kind of dead straight with a left finish. I'm surprised that we can't see the basket, but I'm just gonna take my champion boss, just let it rip down this fairway, hopefully make a play for the pin on shot number 2. Oh, it feels so good to just throw a drive. All right, that should work out really well. Dead center of the fairway. Let's go find the pin. This hole is most definitely over 460 feet. This all makes a lot more sense now on why we couldn't see it from the tee pad. We still have 160 feet left to the pin, and we're gonna try to give it a little run with our NB. Slide up there. All right, that'll work. For the 3. Oh, hole 3, it's only 202 feet, but it is way uphill. We do have a natural backstop behind the basket. We have to hang straight for a while and then have a strong left finish. There are a few different layouts here. I'm not entirely sure which tees we're sticking to. As you guys can see, there is no like super detailed tee signs or anything like that, so we're just kind of going with the flow. I'm gonna full send my Kotuku. All right, that is gonna be a tricky putt. All right, guys, I do want to apologize for the audio. I actually took my microphone off on hole 2 to just shower myself in bug spray, and I had it clipped on my bag for the last 2 holes. So again, I apologize. As you guys can see, Territorial has a whole lot of cool stuff going on. There's the brewery over there. There's the coolest van you've ever seen. Then they have this, which is the second coolest van you've ever seen because it's a brewery truck. And then over here we have axe throwing, which is super exciting. I know that's the, you know, the big thing going on right now. And then the start to the course, hole 1's right here with a terrifying tee shot. Looks like an awesome place to hang out. Hole 4, 306 feet. We have a bit of a dealer's choice here. You can go with the right up the gut in between the 2 trees. You can try to push this low ceiling big hyzer shot, or you can try to go with a huge Annie shot, which is what we're gonna try to do because it looks like a lot of fun with our Valkyrie. Hook up, more. Oh boy, it looked good. We can say it looked good. Did it finish good? I have no idea. Here's where the Valkyrie ended up, leaving ourselves a nice little downhill tester putt, probably about 27 feet. Oh, nice putt. Barely snuck over the rim. Now we have to go find our Pro Rhino. I don't know where that thing fell off, but we need to get it together. I'm having fun, but things are just not clicking right now. Hole 5, 270 feet, dead straight, slightly uphill. As you can see, it looks like they have an artificial OB kind of peninsula up there, and the sun is just absolutely burning our retinas out. We can't see a thing, but we are gonna full send our NB. Nice and straight. Man, it's been a while since I've pushed that disc for longer distance. I used to throw it a lot for like 300 footers. For some reason I stopped, but that one felt good. I will be honest, I did get to play this hole twice. When I ran back to get the Rhino, I again left my microphone off, filmed hole 5, got to hole 6, and realized again we didn't have audio. So I did kind of cheat a little bit. I got to film this hole twice, and the second throw was much better. Hole 6, and this is definitely an empty your bag situation here. It's a ton of fun. 260 feet way downhill. You have plenty of room to work the hyzer, and we're gonna full send, hopefully get a little lucky with our Rhino. What was that? That was just like the worst throw on one of the coolest holes. After this complete shank of a tee shot, I did empty the bag a little bit, and they weren't much better. So that's just what it's supposed to be on this hole, I guess. We have left ourselves a very long one, probably like 80, 85 feet for the 2. Come on. Oh, nice little run. To be honest, I'm not sure how we ended up way over here. We barely missed the putt, and now we're 33 feet away to save our par. Come on. Oh, we needed it. So I just chatted with and let a local pass, and let me tell you something. It was an older gentleman with a tie-dye shirt, 2 discs in his hand, and I'm not great with dog breeds, but I'd say some kind of pug running around. You know that guy eats birdies for breakfast, you know what I'm saying? Hole 7, and we have another ace run opportunity here. 230 feet uphill. There is a branch hanging down kind of in front of it, so if you want to push for the hyzer shot like we are, we want to go a little bit wider. We are going to full send our Rhino. Come on, go in. Oh. Man, we've had some close ones. That was just a little bit short. As you could hear, we did clip that branch. For the 2, hole 8, 360 feet, just dead straight, slightly downhill. You have a ton of room to work with, and we are gonna full send our champion leopard. All right, that worked out pretty well. That was the first time that I've really tried to push the leopard farther on distance. I figured it'd be a good experiment. The leopard got closer than I originally thought, so we will gladly take that. Hole 9, 195 feet, dead straight, but this is way uphill. This is tricky. I'm not entirely sure how hard I should throw this, but we are gonna full send it with our Envy. All right, I really have no idea if we're close, if we sailed past. Let's go find out. We're playing very well today, but we're also having a lot of fun. For me, that mindset is so important. If I'm not having a lot of fun, I'll usually play really bad. For today's hole 9 break, I am going to tell you guys another van life story. And while laying down in Garetta yesterday, I was looking up on the ceiling and noticed a pretty big spider. Now, to be fair, when you're van lifing, that is pretty normal. So I took care of it, squashed it, did what needed to be done. But when I had my flashlight on, I noticed some spider webs. Yes, all over the ceiling. And there was about 15 baby spiders all over the place. And the crazy part is about 4 hours prior to that, I gave Garetta a deep clean, and I mean not a smidge of dust in that van. I went to war with them as I could, and I just had to get out of the van to take a breather, left the doors open, hoping that they would just escape themselves, but leaving the doors open made the smell of my half-eaten enchilada get out, which then attracted raccoons. About 3 hours later, with some tussling and shrewd negotiations, I did get Garetta back, and I sent the raccoons on their way. But at the end of the day, it was just a lot for 7 a.m. You know what I mean? And quickly, guys, if you are enjoying the content, please hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, leave a comment. Thank you. Hole 10, and what a gorgeous hole. We have 285 feet, just a beautiful view. dead straight downhill, all the room in the world to work with, but there is a creek right behind the basket, so that is slightly terrifying. We are gonna full send our Envy. That's bad. How, man, all the cool holes, I'm just throwing the worst tee shots. How anticlimactic was that? Here's where the Envy landed up. It wasn't that exciting. It was safe, but we weren't necessarily trying to play safe. Hopefully we can knock down this long one, probably about 45 feet for the 2. Oh, a little short. Hole 11, 294 feet dead straight. As you can see, we do have a Mando in front of us. You can either try to push it through that and the next set of trees on one of the straightest shots of your life, or you can try to flex in that Mando, kind of go out wide and then have a left finish. That's what we're gonna try to do with our Truth. We just hit the pole. We slid right up there and hit the pole. We are just, man, we are having a good round. Feels good. Hole 12, 450 feet. We are going downhill and then back up, and as you can see, along the entire right side, we have a lot of dark water, so we're not gonna try to go for any really ridiculous tee shot. We are gonna move up in stability. I'm gonna throw my Proto Firestorm, kind of push it out a little bit to the right, but it should fight back nice and strong. All right, now get back, get back. All right, that's what we were looking for. Nothing too crazy, but not in the dark water. Here's where the Firestorm ended up, and this hole is for sure in the mid 500s. Some of these longer ones, the tee sign's just not super accurate, but again, it's not that big of a deal. We have left ourselves a long shot, probably 150-ish feet for the 2. All right, nice and simple. For the 3, as you guys can see, the property out here is absolutely gorgeous. You see disc baskets spread out on the fields. We have a perfect little creek, awesome little sitting area up there to have a couple cold ones after your round. You love to see it. Hole 13, 303 feet. You actually have to take a staircase if you want to play this specific tee pad. We have that same dark water along the right side. This hole just looked like too much fun to pass up. I just grabbed my Kotuku off a whim, but now we're kind of committed to it, so hopefully it works out. Please fight back. Oh my gosh. We played that so close. I mean, it was a great shot, but when we tipped the top of those bushes, that could have went one way or another. Whew. I really thought the Kotuku was a goner. Hole 14, 375 feet, way uphill. The basket's tucked way up off to the right up there, out of sight. And also, if we overturn anything, it looks like that's a pretty steep hill off to the side. Because we're throwing so far uphill, I'm gonna go down in stability and go with our Proto Hades. Get up there. Really nice shot. Took a couple leaves down with this. I'm really happy with where this Hades ended up. We have left ourselves a terrifying putt though. 70 feet, the basket is just perched on top of the hill, so a rollaway could happen, but we are gonna full send it with our hammer. Not a great run, or the par. Never putt with your distance driver, just never. Hole 15, and this is a fun one. 200 feet, dead straight. We got to get in between this set of trees up there. It kind of looks like it drops off behind the basket, but I'm not entirely sure. We are going to full send our Envy. Keep drifting. All right, we didn't drift quite as much as I thought we would, but I think we should still have a putt. For the 2. Ay, ay, ay. Just not taking my time. Another really awesome thing about this course is it has porta-johns spread out throughout it. That is super amazing. You don't see that very often, hardly at all, especially for female golfers. That is a huge deal, and it's great to see it. Hole 16, 575 feet. The only real danger is if you super overturn something, you could end up in the woods over there, but we are gonna full send our champion boss. Oh yeah, that is thrown as good as I can. All right, that is definitely up there. Let's see if we actually have a putt. Probably not, can't throw that far, but let's see. We may have gotten too excited on that tee pad, but we still got quite a bit of distance. We've left ourselves 100 feet for the 2. I'm gonna send the Pro Rhino. Oh, not a bad run. For the 3, hole 17, 260 feet dead straight. There's only one tree out there that could cause any kind of problems. We are gonna give it a soft kotuku. Fight back, get up there. Perfect. For the 2, rounding off our awesome day here at Territorial Brewing Company, we have hole 18. The rangefinder has it about 290 feet. It is downhill with that creek right behind it. So let's hope we don't end our round by throwing the kotuku in the water. Oh wow, I threw that way too high. All right, I think we're dry, but that was not a great finishing throw. You know, I had no idea that this creek actually made a peninsula. The kotuku has been playing with fire today, or water, I should say. We were this close to sending it in this side of the creek, but hopefully we can end on a good note. Probably about 36 foot straddle putt for the 2. Oh no. What a lackluster way to end the round, the true tossing plastic way. And that wraps up today's video at Territorial Brewing Company. And guys, at the end of the day, this course is just a lot of fun. No, this is not some course that is extremely difficult that you really have to show up on your A game. In fact, this course is extremely scoreable. But I think that's really good for a brewery. It's more just focused on having fun with some awesome, tricky, tunnel shots, some big wide open full bomber holes, everything in between. You had some elevation changes. Overall, it was just fun. As you guys could see though, there are a few things that they are still currently working on. There are a few different tee pad locations, but it seems about only one per hole does have the concrete in. The tee signs are rather useless, to be fair. They do have the number and distance, which is pretty accurate. The signage from hole to hole is decent in some spots, but I did personally get lost a couple times when I did talk to the local, and it is just apparent that this place is a work in progress. So I think over time, it's only going to go up dramatically. Another thing to keep in mind is this place does not have a lot of shade, so this can be an absolute scorcher on those warmer days, but it is just gorgeous. There's some really great just scenery. They have the creek down there, some tee pads that you just find yourself standing there and admiring the beauty. Also, they have brand new Discraft disc catchers. A handful of holes have benches, and a lot of them have brooms, which is huge. Brooms are a big deal, and the porta-johns spread throughout the course. I mean, all of those little touches mean a lot for an overall rating and just enjoyable experience at the course. Even with a handful of the flaws that they are working on here, I still give Territorial Brewing Company a solid score of 8.3 out of 10, and I think that can go up. I will say having a bigger arm will make this course a bit more enjoyable, but overall, you have a great course, a brewery, axe throwing, all kinds of activities going on. I'm not sure what more you could ask for. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Now it's your turn to go toss some plastic.